In Master in English, you have five papers: Critical Approaches, British Literature, Indian Literature, American Literature, Linguistic and Languages. In second semester, you have Literary Theory, British Literature, Gender Studies, European Literature, Translation Studies. In third semester, you have Critical Reading, Critical Thinking, Emergent Literature, Academic Writing and Research Methodology, Kannada Text and English Translation, Post-Colonial Studies. In fourth sem, you have the first paper Cultural Studies, Media and Film Studies, Subaltern Narrative, Indigenous Literature, and Dissertation Project. First semester critical approaches, you have three units. In the first unit, you have idealism, materialism, Aristotle on tragedy, the status of poets in Plato, Longinus on the sublime. Unit second consists of Sydney on poetry, Dryden on dramatic poetry, Johnson, metaphysical poet, Wordsworth, preface to the lyrical ballads, Coleridge, fancy and imagination, Matthew Arnold, the study of poetry, T.S. Eliot, tradition and Indian individual talent, F.R. Lewis, sociology and literature. Intentional fallacy, practical criticism, complexity, ambiguity, and irony. In second paper, British literature, you have Chaucer, the Prelude, the Squire, Whiff of Bath, Elizabethan poetry, David Ditches, Stephen Grensbelt, Introduction in Renaissance, Self-Fashioning, English Theatre, University Wits and Shakespeare Phenomena, Hamlet, John Milton's Paradise Lost, Restoration Theatre, Immanuel Kant's What is Enlightenment, Pope, an essay on man, The Age of Reason and Prose, selection from Edison and Stella Roger, The Birth of English Novel, Daniel Defoe, Robinson Crusoe, William Blake, The Tiger and Milton, Coleridge, The Rim of Ancient Marino, P.B. Shelley, Defense of Poetry, Ode to the West Wind, John Keats, Ode on Grecian Urn, and Ode to Nightingale. Modern Indian Literature, paper 3rd of first sem. Ejaz Ahmed, selection from the theory, Third World Literature, Ganesh Dev after amnesia, selection from the writing of Meenakshi Mukherjee. Tagore, Rabindranath Gora, Rajarao Kantapura, Anantamurthy, Bhartipura, Rukhaya Sakawat Hussain, Sultana's Dream, Kamala Das, My Grandmother's House, Pratibha Nandakumar, Erotica, Volga, I'm Reading and Reading, Amrita Pritham, A Letter Meeting. Swami, Evil Spirit, Fire, Ismat Chugatia, The Quilt, Vaidhi, Akku, Lalitambika Antajanam, The Revenge Goddesses, Bama, Karaku, Mogalai Ganesh, The Paddy Harvest, Vijay Tendulkar, Ghasharam Kotwal, Girish Karnat, Talidanda. American Literature, Emerson, Self-Reliance, Brahma, Thoreau, Civil Disobedience, Whitman, Oh Much of Life, Robert Frost, Mending Wall, Hemingway, The Old Man and the Sea, Emily Dickinson, I Felt a Funeral Life, Earth, The Crucible, Havethron, Dr. Hedger's Experiment, Melville, Bartleby and Scrivener, Annie Sexton, Wanting to Die. Toni Morrison Sula, Macklin Hong Kingston, The Woman Warrior, Editor of Maldives, Jhumpa Lahiri, Armies of the Night, Norman Miller, Martin Luther King, Letter from Prison. Fifth paper, Language and Linguistics. What is language? Definition, characters, function, constituent, elements. Language communication, Introduction to modern linguistics, other definitions, branches of linguistics, brief introduction to Ferdinand and Saussure, behavioristic and cognitive linguistic theories, phonetics and phonology, stress and intonation phonology, phonetic analysis, syllabus structure, morphology and syntax, semiotics, sociolinguistics, language variations, dialects, boundaries and maps, nature of language, change, pedagogy and serial. I have explained first semester complete 5 papers index and second semester 5 papers index and its content. Have literary theory, British literature, gender studies, European literature, translation studies. There are 3 units: Russian formalism, post-structuralism, postmodernism, neo-Marxist theory, Mikhail Bakhtin, cultural materialism, feminist literary, Query studies, reader response, post-colonial theories and new historism. Semester second, British literature, second paper, modern movements, Eats, the second coming, T.S. Eliot's The Love Song, the Burial of the Dead section, Virginia Woolf essay, D.H. Lawrence short story, first chapter of Jamai Joyce. Second, the postmodern turn, Jean Francisco, Samuel Beckett, extract from John Fowles and Kingsley Ames, and contemporary British fiction, Kazao Ishiguar, A Pale View of Hills, Janet Winterson, Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit. Third paper, key concept, patriarchy, sexuality, feminism, gender and language, body, queer theory, stereotype, post-feminism. Theoretical essay, Kate Militz and Judith Butler. Text representation, extract from Sunita Namjoshi, Feminist Fables, Baburao Bagul's Mother, Alice Walker, In My Mother's Garden, Maheshwati Devi Story, Raduli, Grish Kasravali, ಲಿಂಗದೇವರು ನನ್ನ ಅವನಳು ಅವಳು is Machugatia, the occult, the Shikhandin, the story from Mahabharat, extract from Revati, the truth about me. European literature in English translation, the Greek beginning, Sophocles, Oedipus Rex, Sappho's lyrics, an extract from the Iliad and Odysseus. Spotlight on 19th and 20th centuries, Madame Bovary, Ivan's The Doll's House, Kafka The Trial, extract from Simone de Beauvoir, Camus The Myth of Stesips, Nezik Thus Spake Zarathustra, Brecht The Caucasian Chalk Circle, an extract from Gunter Grass The Tin Drum. Fifth paper, Translation Studies, Theory and Practice. First unit, you have introduction to basic concept in translation theories such as fidelity, correspondence, and second, the brief introduction to major theories of translation, linguistic, culture approaches. In unit second, selected reading of translation, Jacobson, Roman, Nida Eugen, Torre Giddin, Bresitani, and Niranjana Tejaswini. In third unit, you have strategies in translation, comparison and analysis, translation and cultural unfamiliarity using dictionaries, evaluation and translation. Unit fourth, you have translation from the domains of journalism, short translation projects. You have one open elective. In unit 1, you have logic of effective writing, applying for a course, writing correct and convincing sentence, punctuating sentence, the right use of articles. Avoidable errors, tricks of the writer trade, essay writing, make every essay an effective essay, writers and writing. Why is English so awkward? Second semester and all the 5 papers and in its index I have introduced.